What I wanted to do, I think honestly underlying what I wanted to do was I really wanted to please my parents and my grandparents. And I thought that I would like to be a lawyer. Lawyers were very respected. Lawyers performed an important service. And I was intrigued with the law. And so my original goal was to become a lawyer. And that's what I did. I loved college. I became enchanted with journalism and broadcast while I was in college. I majored in political science and minored in journalism. Went to law school and began to practice law, and I loved practicing law. I actually was a labor and entertainment, a labor and employment lawyer. But I was very fortunate in that in the first couple of years that I was practicing, I became very close to one of the partners whose clients were all broadcast clients. And I was, I loved it. I learned the broadcast and entertainment business. I met a lot of people within the business and ultimately went to work for one of my clients, which was public television in New York, WNET, Channel 13. I went there intending to stay for 2 years. I left there 13 years later to start VEME. And it was a very, very interesting journey.
Okay. So what prompted you to start VEME? What is it that happened on the back end that started brewing something, an idea, that started brewing that certain goal and passion and saying, this is what I want to do? What happens there?
It actually related to technology. When I worked for WNET, I had advanced beyond doing their legal work to being I was their vice president for corporate affairs, which meant I was engaged in strategic planning, the development of business partnerships, the generation of revenue-raising ideas. So what happened in 2000 was it was time to consider what to do when the digital transition made available to all television stations additional television spectrum. And I thought, wouldn't it be great if we could come up with an idea not only for WNET, but for stations around the country to create a channel that would really fill what I saw as a tremendous gap in the variety of programming that was available in Spanish in the U.S. That was really the beginning of the idea. And from there, we began to study, well, what is that gap? What is missing? And we thought, well, there's a lot of really great stuff that's on, but there isn't a lot of factual entertainment. There isn't a lot of current affairs. There isn't a lot of drama that's not telenovelas.
Right.
There's not a lot for
kids.
There's
drama, it's just not all televised.
Right, exactly.
There's tons of Latino drama, I assure you. It's just not all getting televised.
It just wouldn't be fun without it. So anyway, I thought in looking at that, there's a real need for this programming. And so I raised some money to do a research project in 2006. And the research project essentially covered 5 markets, 5 of the major markets. And we did focus groups, men, women, all different income levels, with children, without children, with education, without education, et cetera. And we thought that what we were going to do with those focus groups was test programming. And we did. We tested programming. We brought nature programming. We brought fabulous drama. We brought performance programming. We brought kids programming, and we tested the programming. Mm-hmm. But those focus groups changed my life because they actually became more like therapy sessions than any focus group that you've ever been engaged in.